What's up, guys? If you're watching this is gonna be exclusive content for the Patreon. Feel free to take this if it resonates. I'm gonna try to feed and water this channel more and more. As always, if you'd like a one-on-one reading, feel free to reach out, runninguntarot.com or Run In Gun Tarot across all social media platforms. The website spells out the AND, and the platforms are just RUNNGUNTAROT. Spirit of gratitude, joy, love, and light, highest possible messages for someone viewing this video. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles wanting to come out here. This is Taurus energy. Technically, sevens are about perfection. Pentacles are materialisms, resources, all things physical, tangible, typically money, finances, and resources. This person is waiting for something to grow in, waiting for something to come in here, steady, slowly but surely, tending to their crop daily. Okay? Just be mindful not to get in a waiting mode, not to get in a worry mode. Things of this nature will throw you off of your balance. I know when we're trying to organize and get things together, we could be somewhat dramatic or snippy or snappy. Just be mindful of this. Be mindful of your patience levels if you feel impatience with others. Always bring it back to the observer. Always bring it back to the self-awareness and just, see and understand other ways that you could behave that could be more beneficial to, how others feel when they come in contact with you. That might be something healthy to work on here. The World card in the reverse wants to show itself here. Typically, this is Saturn energy in regards to constraints and restrictions as far as the future or technology or humanitarian efforts or groups of people. Channeling that Aquarius sign that Saturn is currently in for the time being. Feel free to apply this timelessly, though, whenever you come across it. The World card typically in the reverse is incomplete lessons, incomplete cycles. Something is yet to grow in. It's almost as if that one big opus has yet to be grown or birthed in some way, shape, or form. Now, obviously, there's a different approach when we start talking about finances. Some prefer a million different paper cuts versus meaning various streams of income versus one big whale of the income. I think that's kind of the feel that we're having here when we start to look at these energies. We start to consider the tactics and the options and am I waiting for one big kind of victory or windfall or large sum of money, or do I have multiple streams of income, multiple potentialities? Page of Pentacles in the reverse. This is feeling as though there's a lack of an offer, lack of incoming communication, text, email, phone, video, what have you. It's typically over the wire, over the net, as opposed to in person. Those are usually the knights channeled. This offsets the Seven of Pentacles in the upright, so you're left with the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles can be read positively as giving back, philanthropy, helping others, again, humanitarian efforts. It also is Taurus energy, but it could also feel as though you're being nickel and dimed, you're on the dole, you're being breadcrumbed, things of this nature. Could be a form of unemployment if you're receiving unemployment or stimulus checks. Ace of Swords in the upright. This is a new start, a new beginning, cutting through the bullshit. Aces are about new beginnings. Swords are about thought, logic, reason. You just want to make sure that you're not turning this into a win at all costs cutthroat mentality. That's usually the 5 of swords in the upright when you add this 4 to the 1. The 4 is more so, taking time to meditate, pray, affirm, manifest. The way we manifest is by basically, as opposed to waiting for feelings to come to us, we cast our line into the potential, into the quantum potential, and we go into our Rolodex, and we remember how it is to feel grateful and joyous and successful and happy and confident and complete and whole. And so we start to emit those energies in this kind of backdrop of an empty canvas that we have that's always here. Okay, but again, when you're constantly tuned into distractions or doing 5 things at once, then it's kind of hard to get out of that mold and realize that, oh wait, what's my current actual state? Am I doing all these things resentfully? Am I doing all these begrudgingly? Or am I actually channeling and feeling good how I want to feel, and accomplishing what I want to accomplish, how I want to accomplish it? It's not enough to do something. It's the state that you find yourself in, and if we could always be mindful and aware, then we could always kind of self-correct. I'm at the point in my life where I'm learning how to use that better. I find that I've recently, at least one time, practiced in meditation, sitting in meditation, projecting those emotions, gratitude, joy, happiness. You could conjure those up, and it's almost as if you're putting a signal out there into the universe, and the universe wants to guide you to more experiences that reflect that signal. So that's one methodology as far as manifestation. The other form is to first and foremost create space in your life so that water reaches its level, meaning the other meditation would just merely be sitting in silence, sitting in quiet, and letting your unconscious self, essentially kind of put together the next pieces. I find that I get much greater rest after, sitting in quiet meditation. If it's just, like an hour before sleep. So things of this nature, the Page of Cups speaks to this as well in the reverse. Keeping in touch with the mystical here. With the fish head popping out of the cup head. This is a mystical experience that this person is undergoing. Okay, this isn't a regular everyday occurrence, but, excuse me, paradoxically enough, this is meant to become a regular everyday occurrence. Okay, this meditative, mode. And it doesn't necessarily have to be reflecting on our day. That can be a part of it, but I think that there is some value to just honestly sitting in the stillness. And this, of course, is a part of the branch of the philosophy of, Buddhism and Eastern practices that speak to the non-identification of automatic thinking and feeling, which I think is something that can be tuned within your own day-to-day reality. Any final concluding messages for this first broadcast onto the Patreon? Again, these readings are going to be timeless, so if you're a new subscriber and you had to come back to the archive and watch this, feel free to do so accordingly. 8 of Cups in the reverse wanted to pop out here. Eights are about abundance, expansion, new beginnings as well, to an extent, to the extent that, or in the sense that it's about expansion. Progress. Okay, in the reverse, you could, again, to kind of where we started the reading, you could feel like it's either limited or boiled down to a trickle effect. Typically the cups are emotional bonds, good or bad. In the reverse, it's almost as if you have a stuck feeling. You don't want to walk away. You don't want to let go. Spirit, what happens when we let go? I think that would be a good question. A lot of the times the tarot asks that you ask the questions maybe that you're afraid to, ask. But you also have to take it with a grain of salt to the extent that it may be a loaded question. Maybe you assume that letting go means leaving a relationship or leaving a job or something of this nature. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that either. It could just be, letting go of the projections, coming out of heartbreak, sadness, things of that nature. Keeping bridges alive. Okay. And this adds to the Eight of Swords in reverse. This is freeing yourself. Okay, in some way, shape, or form. So if you are in a position where you're tangibly, practically able to, let go or walk away from something that you actually feel good about, then by all means, if this is some form of freeing you and you feel like you're being pulled to do this, and by all means do that. Is what I would say there. Okay. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is again that lack of expansion, lack of growth, lack of abundance, almost as if the situation has stagnated. And yet, another narrative is that just at that point is when you receive incoming communication. So, can't honestly say that this could tell you if you should stay or if you should go, but more so depending on, the intuitive nudges that maybe emerged while I was pulling these cards. If you are on the fence with staying or going in regards to a situation. In the very least, you could always reach out to me and I could help you with your situation with the one-on-ones or emails, phone calls, chat messenger. You could just DM me at Run and Gun Tarot across any of the social media platforms. All my contact info is on the website as well. Feel free to shoot me a text to let me know what it's about if you're going to call me first. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there, guys. This will be going on to the Patreon. And who knows, we might even think about, I might even think about expanding to Vimeo or other platforms of that nature. So stay tuned. We're always trying to build this channel and all that good stuff. But for right now, this is just exclusive Patreon content. Alright guys, love you lots. Appreciate your support. Holla for more. Peace.